Hello, everybody. It's Bob Megan, and welcome to another episode 15. Episode 15 of Coronavirus in the Independent Retailer Podcast. It's been 3 full weeks that we've been doing this podcast. This is just crazy, isn't it? We were all sitting around the fire last night going, it's wandering in and out of surrealism. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The first thing I want to do is congratulate you. You made it through another day. We are one day closer to getting out on the other end safely, successfully. We're one day closer, baby. Let's keep this going. So today, 2 things. I want to quickly talk about our partners, Payrock, and then I want to talk about dealing with stress and burnout. So today is the first day that you can apply for the PPP if you are here in the United States of America. And several people have indicated that their bank is not an SBA approved banker. And our partners at Payrocks are agents for one of America's largest non-bank SBA lenders. So if you are not able to go through your bank or your bank is not doing what you want them to do, this is going to be a great resource for you. We will get all that information up later on today. I want to have a conversation. We just heard about this last night. We want to have a conversation with our partners at Payrock just to make sure we have all the details square when we give them to you. But I just want to, I want to give a huge shout out to Payrock. They have been amazing partners. And if you aren't absolutely thrilled with your credit card processing company right now, you owe it to yourself to give them a shot. In fact, right now they have a $1,000 challenge. If you show them your credit card processing statement and they can't meet or beat it, they'll give you $1,000. So in a time when we're all looking to save money, and especially if you have a little extra time at home, this whole process seems to be, doing that seems to be a no-brainer. But, okay, let's talk about stress and burnout. Somebody indicated that they would like me to talk about that. And the first thing I want to do is have a disclaimer. I am not a psychologist, although I did take a psychology class in 1973 in college. I am not a mental health professional. However, I have been an entrepreneur for 40 years, and I have lived through 3 crises as an entrepreneur. I've been through, I think, 5 recessions. So, and I am a student of self-development. You can ask our family. I read a lot. I'm interested in improving. So I think I have some insights from my own life that I think you might find helpful. So when we look at stress and burnout, especially in a time like this, let's just recognize that there's really sort of look at it as a scale, as a continuum. And on one end of the continuum is all the things that you can't control. And right now, there has never been a time that I can remember where things are more out of our control than they are right now. You can't decide whether you can go to the bar, to a restaurant, to a movie, to a concert. You can't control what's going on with your business. You can't control things. Things are changing all the time. All of a sudden, this money comes. Your government, whether you're in the United States or another country, your government comes out with a stimulus package. All these things are out of your control. And on the other end of this continuum are the things that you can control. So the secret to avoiding burnout and the secret to managing stress in times of all of this lack of control is to really focus on the things that you can control. And so I just made some notes about, my thoughts for you about how to control your emotions, your feelings, yourself as best you can. So the first thing I really want to encourage you to do is to protect your mind. There are 2 viruses out there right now. One is the coronavirus, and the other is a mind virus. And that mind virus is fear, it's confusion, it's stress. So that virus, that fear, that piece, that thing that gets in your brain and grows is insidious. It's not as insidious as a coronavirus, but it is insidious. So just be really, really careful about how you think and what you put in your mind. Are you obsessing over the news? If you are, it's time to take a detox from the news. The coronavirus is going to do what the coronavirus is going to do, whether you're reading 20 articles a day or not. So protect your mind. You know, you want to know what's going on. But when I did an interview with Bob Zeckel, he said that he and his family, they look at the news once a day in the morning and once a day at night, and the rest of the time they try to avoid the news. Because the news, while it's important to be informed, obsessing about the news will really, really start to eat at your psyche, and you can't have that. Social media is the same way, especially social media, because social media tells you what you want to hear, right? That's what it does. It says, this person believes this thing, let's give them more of that. So if you want to hear bad news, you will hear more bad news. You want to hear it's Trump's problem, you will hear it's Trump's problem. You want to hear that Trump is doing a great job, you will hear that Trump is doing a great job. So all social media does is reinforce what you already think. And that's not good for you if you want to be a critical thinker. And being a critical, accurate thinker is more important now than ever. Being calm, thinking about what's going on in a calm, clear, dispassionate manner is one of your best weapons to fight burnout and stress. So first thing, protect your mind. The second thing is positive activities. Do the things. No. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Do the things that bring you away from out of control and bring you into control. Be proactive about being in control of the way you feel and the way that you think. This is my journal. And this is one of the most powerful tools that I have to keep my mind in the right place. I journal twice a day. In the morning, I journal gratitude. And if there's more stuff I need to talk about or think about or get out of my head, just dump it on the page, that's when I do it. But I always start my day with gratitude. Something else that I've been doing regularly in my journal almost every morning is I vision. I put myself in the future in a place that is not coronavirus, right? Just yesterday, every year on Labor Day, we have a group of friends that go up to our cottage in Mackinac City, and we've been doing it for 20 years. And it's the highlight of everybody's year, right? I mean, my brother Bill makes a great big feast, and we drink wine and we laugh, and it's just an amazing time. Well, guess what? I visioned about that. I put myself in that place, and seeing a future that's past where we are now, I think is a really, really positive exercise for all of us. Look to the future. Visualize what it will be like when it's not like it is now. So that's another thing. So exercise. That's something I don't do right now, but I think I should do it. I think everyone should do. You know, just the science shows that when you move, it's better. And, you know, talking about routines, we'll talk about routines in just a second. So exercise. If you don't exercise, if you're not getting outside, this would probably be a good time. This is one of the nice things about having a dog. The dog kind of insists that you go for a walk, but also if you have a spiritual or religious practice, you know, now's the time to crank it up. You know, if you pray every day, pray twice a day. If you meditate every day, meditate twice a day. I'm going to just give my heartiest shout out right here to the 10% Happier app. That we learned we've always done meditation in the Platinum Mastermind group, but Platinum Mastermind group alumni Deb Purdy said that when she found 10% happier, it really increased the effectiveness of her meditation practice because it's mindfulness and meditation all wrapped up into one session. So I strongly encourage you to investigate 10% happier. I did mine this morning and it was really powerful. I'll share with you in just a second. So what is your spiritual or religious practice? Whatever it is, if you've sort of stepped away from it, now's the time to get back into it. Rest is so important. You know, when we talk about burnout, really burnout is just an insidious amount of chipping away. You know, it's just, it's when that feeling is always on top of you. And so rest, getting away from it is so important. You know, Susan and I are going to take the whole weekend off. I'm going to try to get off of social media, get out of my emails, and just be present with my family, with the activities we're going to do. We're going to have a great family meal tomorrow. But just rest. Give yourself a break from all of the craziness. And one of the things that I know about resting is that all of your bad habits will tend to come back and try to nibble away, right? So you're addicted to the news or you're addicted to social media, and now you're sitting around the fire with your family, and the next thing you know, you're checking and you get sucked back into that again. So taking the weekend off or taking a day or two off and really making a point of unplugging is another way that you can manage, you know, the stress and avoid the burnout that comes from all of this uncertainty. The next one is measure the gain, not the gap. One of the traps that I fall into, and one of the traps that I know a lot of entrepreneurs fall into because we're action driven. I mean, the things that made us entrepreneur. I mean, we like achievement. We like movement. We like to get things done. And there's a tendency to look at what you haven't done, not what you have done. You know, so we're 3 weeks into this, and I was complaining to Joe yesterday. I was like, 3 weeks I had hoped to have all these things done. I was just kind of complaining. And Joe looked at me like I was crazy, and he goes, "Come on, Dad. You know, cleaning the basement has been on your list since we remodeled the house 4 years ago. We're almost done." I'm like, oh yeah, you're right, right? So as long as you make a little bit of progress every day, you're making a little progress every day, which leads to the next thing. It's okay. If you're making a little progress, that's okay. You don't need to make a lot of progress. I mean, this shit is crazy. You need to forgive yourself. You know, how you're feeling is okay. It's okay. So today in my meditation, it was with Joseph. But the meditation and the mindfulness lesson was all of these things that you're feeling are okay. If you're feeling angry at what's happening, it's okay. If you're feeling frustrated with all of the things that are happening, it's okay. If you're feeling angry, frustrated, scared, it's all okay. And so here's the quote from it. It says, "It's okay can be magic because settling into the mind into an acceptance of the emotion can lead to the appropriate response." You see, when we feel uncertain, when we feel scared, when we feel stressed out, we tend to want to suppress that feeling or make that feeling go away. But when you acknowledge that it's okay to feel that way, when you accept the fact that it's okay to feel that way, now you come at managing that emotion from a position of power, a position of control, not a position of lack of control. And then finally, begin again. That is one of the most important lessons from mindfulness and meditation. Begin again. You start something and it's not working, don't get frustrated. Don't beat yourself up. Begin again. Everything that we're doing is moving us forward, bringing us to the other side of this whole pandemic. And so being gentle on yourself. If something doesn't work, begin again. Just forgive yourself. Be gentle with yourself. How you're feeling is okay. Allow yourself to just be. Allow yourself to, just, it's going to be okay, right? It's going to be okay. Put one foot in front of the other. We're going to make it. Just make it through today. I hope that you found these tips helpful. All right, everybody. You will not see me and Susan this weekend. We are going to take the weekend off. But I wish you absolutely the best in your weekend. Remember, by the time we see each other on Monday, we will be 2 more days closer to the other side of this. Okay? All right, everybody. Take care. I love you. See you later. Bye.